Hi guys. So today I'm going to be shortening the cord on my Kranzle K1322, which is this pressure washer right here. Try to do my best to cover as much of it on camera as possible. So I've had this unit for about a year. It comes with a giant cord, and I've never really shortened it, but I'm in the process of painting this area, as you can see, and I'm remounting everything on the wall. So I thought, it'd be a good time to do this. So what I'm going to do is a small loop, and I'm going to come up and I'm going to plug in there. So really, all I want is about that much cord, and the rest is going to get cut off. So I've never done this before, but I think I can figure it out. So we're going to start off, we're going to take this lid off of the Kranzle. Obviously this could be shortened at the plug, or it could be shortened at the unit. I think it's going to be cleaner to shorten at the unit. We'll see. So there's our cap off. So what do we have? Well, the cord comes in here, and it connects to here with two spades, and then the ground is here under this lug. So that seems pretty easy to deal with. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to remove these two spade connectors. I don't feel I should have to tell you this, but you shouldn't have your cord plugged in while you're doing this. So I removed both of those, and then I'm going to loosen up this flathead here, and we'll remove that as well. Next, we want to release this from the back of the unit, and there appears to be a nut here. This cord right here can actually pull through the unit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this off. I'm going to make it as short as I want it to be, and I'm going to refeed it back through. All right, so that's been removed. Pull this out like that, and then about this long. So I'm going to make it a little bit long. We'll say 6 inches long, than I think it needs to be, and then we'll kind of push this into place. So this cable here is going to go through this flexible all right, and I'm able to just push that right in here. All right. So there we are. We've pushed our cord in, and that's what the length looks like there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to very lightly, just going to very lightly scratch the surface of this and see if I can, near the edge, cut it a little bit deeper and get this to start peeling. There we go. So what we want to do here is we just want to kind of peel this casing off without affecting the wires below it. That's why you just want to scratch it. So that you can kind of tear the casing rather than cut through the casing. So get that out of the way. All right. So there we have our wires. Now, you'll put that back in place to see what we have for room. These two are going to go over here, this one's going to go over there, and it kind of goes around this capacitor. This is a startup capacitor, this guy right here. Alright, so let's get our cap out of the way here. We're going to start off by doing the ground first. So we'll just strip the wire back a little bit. we'll twist this together and we will put this into the lug that it goes under. And we're going to tighten this down. And it's definitely important that it's good and tight, but that's kind of the path that it should follow behind this blue thing. Now over here, we're going to connect these two to here via a pair of spade connectors. So we'll pull this back just a touch. So the black was on the top and the white was on the bottom. So we'll cut these off here like that. And then we will trim both of these back. And then we will grab a pair of spades. These are heat shrink insulated spade connectors. The ones that were here were insulated. They were not heat shrink, but these are what I have. So we're going to take this white one and we're going to crimp this on here like that. And we're going to take the black one and we're going to crimp that on there like that. Now, those are installed, so what we can do next is we can shrink these. I don't think heat shrink is 100% necessary, but like I said, it's what I have. And if we're going to use a heat shrink connector, it definitely makes sense to shrink it. So here we are. We're going to have black on top, white on the bottom. So put this white on here. Nice and tight, and we'll put the black on there, nice and tight, and we will just tuck those wires here out of the way. Now this sits here like that, and that's it. She's all set up. So what we can do now is we can plug this in, turn it on, and we should find that we function. So there you have your shortened cord Kranzle K1322. We're going to put our cap back on, just like this. All right, so there we are. That's what it looks like. We can see our short cord here. All of this extra is now gone. We can use that for whatever we want to. What I really like about this is, one, it doesn't, you don't have the mess in the ground, but two, it just looks a whole heck of a lot cleaner and more professionally installed. Now, obviously, it limits my ability to use this thing again in the future somewhere else, but I can always get another cord. I can actually take this end off. I could put that cord back in it if I want to and just make it so it's, I think it was 20 feet long. Well, now it'll be 17 feet long. But when you do this, you want to make sure that you have this little loop, and this is called a drip loop. So if water happens to get on this cord or run down this cord for any reason, you want it to drip off here and fall on the ground rather than follow its way to the plug. In this case, the plug is higher than the unit, but if your plug was like down here, you would want a drip loop below your plug to keep your cabling from going down there. Or to keep your water from going down there. So that's it. As you can see, I'm working on putting this back together, and it's going pretty well. I think that it looks good with the paintwork. I still have a little bit of touch up to do, but we're making progress.